Hi, have you ever found yourself overreacting to something that someone said or did? Or maybe you've been around other people who seem to overreact. You said something about this much and their reaction was this much. If that's the case, this tip's for you. First of all, if we look at how we experience the world, we experience it through our five senses. What we hear, what we see, what we smell, taste, touch. And so as you're watching this video, you are watching the video, you are hearing what I'm saying. That goes into the front part of our brain, the human cognitive part of our brain. And it begins to try and make sense of what we are experiencing in the world. As we experience that, we will then add an emotion from the emotional part of our brain or the animalistic part of our brain. Then we will put it in other parts of our brain, the file cabinets of memory. Now when we have a new experience, so for example, if you have seen one of these videos before and you see that I'm posting another video, you're going to say, oh, it's another video by Rodney. Some of you may be going, oh, I wonder what it's going to be this week, and others will just pass by and keep going based on your experience. Now, sometimes we have what we call a trigger. A trigger is something that goes into our brain and reminds us of a highly emotional event. And that file cabinet comes open, that file comes open, and we have a very strong emotional response. So if someone says, well, that was kind of stupid, it's not about what they said, it's about all the other times that we have felt stupid. And that emotional response comes out of that animalistic part of the brain. And the more emotional we are, the less we have of the thinking part, the less we process. So we may have a very emotional reaction because it's not just about what they said or what they did, it's about all the other things that remind us of that. Sometimes we will not have such a strong emotional reaction, but we also will have emotional reactions that remind us of other things. Sometimes we call that transference. Sometimes that happens in a divorce situation. Our child may remind us of the ex. And so when they have a mannerism or they have a look, it brings up those emotions of the parent, the other parent. And sometimes we will project other characteristics on that child that really don't exist or belong with that child. Or maybe we have a teacher, and that teacher reminds us of someone from the past, good or bad. We will have fond feelings towards them, or we will detest them based on our past experiences. Again, that's called transference. So when we have transference or triggers, we need to take a deep breath, allow ourselves to calm down, get more into the frontal thinking part of our brain, and then we can begin to say, why did I react so strongly? And begin to separate out the past experience with the current experience so that we can respond in a more appropriate level. Thank you.